So this recording is to navigate you around the dashboard and setting the defaults for the dashboard as well. So when you're going into the dashboard, if you were in any other module, you would go into the modules and then dashboard, and it would come to the screen. The first thing that you would notice is the quick links. The quick links is what you would usually use on a daily work day. At the bottom, so if you got new work orders, query workers, edit work orders, I think they're due for a revamp soon. You might not see them in the future here, but at the bottom you'll see the new model request form and the new change PM procedure or risk level change. We'll discuss those later on in other videos, but the main idea is that these are the quick links to fill out the forms in order to do the new model request or the PM change or risk class change. On the very, very bottom are our standard operating procedures, business practices, and any previous communications that were sent out by the TMS team. So just to be mindful that there is a library in here of that are quick links for other sites. When you're going to go and set your default dashboard, you would go into the form and pick your team. So in this case, we're going to pick the PHC renal team, and we're going to set it as is default. And this will, whenever time you're going back into the module dashboard, this will be your default dashboard. You'll see that there's different tabs across the front of the screen. Every team has a different feel to it, but generally speaking, these are the ones that will do your day-to-day business practice. So what are PMs that are critical, due, and overdue? What are your normal PMs, due, and overdue? You'll have your risk managements, your open work orders, new requests, and work order audits. Your PM critical, due, and overdues and your normals, you can export these or you can manipulate them within there, but the majority of the time you're going to be exporting them. It is a report. It doesn't necessarily directly link into TMS. It's more for a quick visual. So you would export this. And then you would go into and pull up your Excel sheet, and you would print it off, and you'd go off into your sites to do your PMs. In your web requests, which this one does have, there it is. Web requests are what is coming in from the clinical wards. These are live. They get updated regularly. If you're unsure, you can always hit the refresh button here, and it will refresh and see if there was any other web requests that were coming in. So this would be generated, and you can go in there. You can actually assign it to yourself and go off and do the work. It's the same for risk management. So if we go into the new risk management work order, there we go. The risk management work orders are generated within the health authority, and they get assigned, but you can go in there and look at them at any time and get any information that you need to know about them and add time charges to them. So you can actually open those up. With the work orders, you can actually open them up, but for the criticals, dues, and overdues and the normal PMs, they're just a report. Work order audits, that tab here. Work order audits is that if you have no time charges, no completion comments, it's just a basic audit, and that all technologists have a responsibility to go into your audits and do correction work for them. They're pretty straightforward. And so that is your team dashboard.